ready? Okay, Caitlin, we're at number 6 at Willowbrook. We're working on number 5 at Old American. We have similar shots here that we're going to face during the tournament. It's uphill, green's elevated. It's going to hit and kind of run away from us a little bit. You like to use your 58, a little bit more of a lofted club. We have other options here of playing a little bit lower with maybe a 9-iron or a wedge and running it up there, but it's going to be really wet and it's grainy into the grain, so it's going to be really hard to get it close, and you're much better with your 58. So let's hit a few balls here and take a look at what you're doing, and then we'll make a few adjustments, see if we need to improve this a little bit.
Yeah,
Current technique.
I will say right away, my fear is it's going to be into the grain because I sometimes catch it. But
I know in the past we've done this, and it's into the grain, and the ball always grabs, and we're always 20 feet short, or it stays on the fringe, and it's a real struggle over there. This time of year in Texas is difficult.
So I'm going to do what we did at the short, when we did our chipping lesson. I'm going to make sure that handle's higher.
Yeah, let's get that up and see what we can do here.
That's pretty typical, like you said, you called it, it's short.
Yeah, it's short, and you see you're flattening the ball up in the air a little bit high. And off these tight lies like that, it's caught just a little bit scoopy. So let's drop it back in the stance just a little bit more, a little bit back, a little bit further back. And let's think about, in your mind's eye, seeing it come out just a little bit lower, a little bit better flight here, better ball flight. There you go, much better. You see that ball's a little lower, and now it hits and runs out that little 10 to 12 feet. You can control that. And I think that's a little bit more normal, what you're used to seeing.
Yeah, I think I play everything forward, and I think it gets me in trouble.
You get a little scoopy, we get into the grain, tight lies, no, the grass is dormant, and it makes it very difficult.
Would you do the same thing in kind of a thicker brush?
Absolutely, we can drop it back here. The difficulty here, as you play the ball up in your stance, is you get underneath it and you fluff it. Once again, we have those 20-footers short. So we want to drop it back, drive it through a little bit lower type shot trajectory here, lower window.
Like
And
square?
that kind of goes back to what we did off the tee. We changed your tee angle. We figured out how to get that tee ball in play a little bit better. We missed the green and found ourselves here, but
Yeah,
it's much better at this point.
I really liked how we kind of messed with not just the club off the tee, but like where on the tee box we teed up.
Absolutely.
So now I'm here, and do you mess with club face angle or?
Out of this rough right here, yeah, you could actually close it down just a little bit,
Yeah.
like we did on the chipping green, and put it a little bit more towards the toe, so it'll be a little dead. You can be a little bit more aggressive with your swing here. It'll come out a little quieter. See, it's lower, softer, it's spun a little bit. Really good action right there.
Spin out of the rough. That's awesome.
Much better than what we've seen